friends. Quiet voices, please. Sit in your seats, please. Okay, thank you, friends. Now, I know I am not Miss McGuire. I'm not your normal first grade teacher, but I've been in here and I've talked to you guys a little bit about how I'm learning how to be a teacher like your teacher, Miss McGuire, and she is teaching me how to be a teacher like her. So I've been having some time to talk to you guys about a few different things, and one of the things we've been talking about that I have been helping y'all learn about is what to do when you have a new piece of information that you don't know much about. This could be something that your teacher gives you, or something that maybe an activity teacher when you're in music or STEM, a subject that they start talking about that you don't know anything about. And that's kind of something we started talking about last week, and we were kind of thinking of some ways. And if some of you guys might remember, I had told you that there are a couple different things you can do when you don't know the answer to something. But the first thing and the most important thing to remember is that the best way is to ask questions. All right, I see some of you guys have your hands up, and that is asking a question, and we'll ask questions after we talk a little bit more about our different ways to learn more about new subjects. And another way that maybe is a little bit different, sit down please. Thank you. Another way that we can learn that's a little bit different than just simply asking a question, and it's something that we can learn to do when we're a little bit older, like you guys are now in first grade, you're not in kindergarten anymore. So we can use technology to help us answer questions we don't know the answer to. Technology now is not just to play with. It is something that can help us learn more and answer some of those questions that we might ask and have about the new subjects. Yes?
Can you use our Chromebook today?
We will use our Chromebooks after we finish our discussion, okay? Because I'm gonna have to tell you what to do on your Chromebooks. Thank you. Okay. So, we have talked about what we can do about these subjects that we don't know the answer to. And so, for example, we're gonna test it out a little bit today, and I'm going to tell you guys a subject that I don't think anyone in here knows much about, because we have not learned about that yet in first grade. Maybe a little bit in kindergarten, and maybe a little bit more than normal kindergartners might, because last year we had something called an election. But our subject today is gonna be about running for president, and what all you have to have and know and be to run for president. I see some of you raising your hands. You might know about running for president, and you can just give me that connection, that Me Too sign that lets me know that you might already know a little bit about it, and that is great. But our focus today, and the Chromebooks, we will use them, as I mentioned, to use technology to help us learn more about this subject that's new to us. So we're gonna watch a video that gives us a little bit about running for president. It's kind of in a story form. We talked about different types of text. This is the text. Even though it's online, it's a text being read, and it is about running for president. So I want you guys to think of questions in your mind, and let's see if the technology, the video that we're about to watch, has any information in there that could help you learn more about the subject. All right, so we're gonna have quiet mouth, and if you see something that maybe you relate to or you've learned before, just give me that Me Too connection, and we can talk about it after we finish watching, okay?
Welcome to Storyline Online, brought to you by the SAG AFTRA Foundation. I'm Lonnie Chavis.
I'm Mackenzie Hansack. And I'm Parker Bates. And today we're going to read Try Running for President, written by Catherine Steyer and illustrated by Len Abercrombie.
After the video, okay?
It would be great to run for President of the United States. If I run for President, I hope the people of the United States will choose me for a very important job. The job of leading our country. And I hope that all the footsteps of past presidents, such as George Washington, our first president, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. I have to think carefully about my decision to run for president. I want to know how my family felt about it too. Then I ask myself, am I the best person for the job? Am I ready to work very, very, very hard for my country? Do lots of people believe in me? And will they help me run for office? If I can answer yes to all those questions, then I declare my candidacy. That means I'd announce I was interested in the job of President of the United States. If I ran for president, I'd run a campaign to let voters learn all about me. People who thought I would be a good president would donate money or time to help. I'd hire people to work on my campaign too. Campaigns can make a candidate famous.